All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for March Comes In Like a Lion, Season 2, Episode 1. All right, Season 2.
We're here.
Yes, we are here. And I am very excited. We're going into the next school year.
Yep.
For Kiriyama.
And he has joined a club, or formed a club.
Yes, he has formed a combination club. Yes.
The Shogi After School Burners.
Yes. The Shogi Science, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
Shosai.
Yeah, Shosai, yes. Yeah. So now that he's joined that club, he'll be able to not only build relationships, which is the main reason why he attended school, develop relationships and make friends and stuff, but also so that he can teach the things that he's learned.
Right.
And be someone that's not just a student, but someone that then actually passes on what he's given so that he can be that person that helps others.
Right. And just to be a more whole person that has a life and has friends and stuff and things like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So good stuff. And then hopefully all the other things that make this show wonderful will be...
Stick around.
Yes, in this this new season as well. But yeah, without further ado, y'all, let's get into this. All right, everyone, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
Okay.
That's another good point. Let's see what kind of visual slight upgrade the second season will have.
Sure.
Oh, always killing it with the lighting. Whoa.
That is a gorgeous shot.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's gonna be May. Da, 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 da. Whoa. Wow. I think they got a slight budget increase, if anything. Just
Potentially.
hey. Oh.
The way they're basically
Nice.
doing the exact same things from the first season, but it's all brighter colors.
New OP. New OP.
I'm
Here
sad
we
to see the
go.
previous one go, but this is good.
Okay.
The colors are so bright.
So bright. Yes.
Okay.
Oh. Wants to feel the rain. There's just color lighting up everything.
Yep.
This feels like
it's so
a Your
wonderful.
Lion April kind of opening,
Yep. Straight up. Yeah. When he was reaching out as if he was like moving a shogi piece, it made me think of like,
Right.
playing the piano. Yeah.
Wow. He's
Running
no longer
on water.
struggling in the water. He's
yeah.
running on top of the water. Progression.
Okay.
The summer nap. Oh.
Okay. This is all right. This is gonna be amazing.
I'm so excited.
They did not show Kyoko in that entire opening.
Nope. Setting sun.
Wow.
Gotta have
Also
those
some
Star Wars
amazing chalk
references.
artists. Wow.
Oh my gosh. It's towards the end of the day. Epic sigh. Dramatic slump.
And the other guy's like,
I did it. Oh. Because most games don't go all the way to completion. Huh. Nice. Shogi proverb cards. That's wonderful.
Plan around that plan.
Never. No end. Yep. Exactly.
Cool. Wow.
Oh my god, the animation!
And using it on the randomest of things.
Right.
I love how he's using Nikaido's examples of the cats and stuff. Wow. Wow.
Indeed. The aura coming from Hayashida.
Uh-huh.
Ah!
Wow.
Yeah, I cannot help you.
Yeah, exactly.
And out of time.
Wow.
I have been in that type of situation before with many online games where I'm like, hey, I know you next to me, you're better than me. Come play for me really quick.
Yes.
Oh.
Never.
Indeed.
It's a great question.
Huh? Oh my god, this is amazing visuals just for like going inside his head and
Wow.
do I have
The decisions
fun?
for imagery are fantastic.
Pythagoras metaphorical images as accompaniment.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
This is hilarious.
This is like they actually
They made like
wow. Just a little show, like a little drama.
And to look live action.
Right.
You know.
What the heck? Oh, now he looks so...
Yeah. Soka. Oh, wow.
Cool. They brought that up. 70% win rate in a 1v1 type game is insanely high, I would say.
And he plays against the best.
Yeah. This happened to me recently, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Foreshadowing potential Souya characterization.
Potentially.
Kengo Kumakura. I'll eventually pronounce his name correctly.
One of these days.
Yeah. The Grim Reaper.
The visuals really
White
have
Death.
gotten an upgrade, like a serious upgrade since the first season.
Okay. Hey, Shimada. Oh, that's not Shimada. What?
It's another old guy. Oh.
It's scary.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
All right.
The intensity of winning at that level versus losing.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Yeah. Wow, just so many details.
Uh-huh.
The lighting, the shadows. Yep, definitely. Oh. Nice. Okay. Wait. Sweets. Oh my gosh. Those are very extravagant.
Yeah. Wait.
What?
Because who needs silverware when you're getting broadcasted in...
That's disgusting. This is like something out of Attack on Titan. He's
Yeah.
just like,
he just throws the whole thing in there.
yeah.
So that was all for him. It wasn't... Okay.
That reminds me that the Kawamotos have their whole thing with sweets and stuff. So is there a possibility that any time, there's a game happening, one of their sweets could end up being shown
Could
on
be.
the big screen? Sugar keeps your brain firing, sure. But
What does he run on? Wait, just straight sugar cubes?
Oh, into
he's
his
putting
tea.
them in his tea.
That was like 5 or 6 sugar cubes.
Yeah, that was a lot.
And then 2, 3 lemon slices. Yeah. That's just...
I love how they're getting so, like, scientific about it.
Right. Wow. Yeah, people like watching other people eat. That is a thing. What?
I have no idea what that is, but...
Yeah. Oh. Oh, they're not? What? Oh my gosh. What? What the heck?
Wow.
Ah, yeah.
So he went through his stores there, huh?
Jeez. Yeah, it's more tiring to win than it is to lose, you know? Dang. Okay. Ramune. Mm-hmm. Okay. I used to remember the actual chemical makeup of glucose. It's a really easy one to remember, but for some reason I can't recall it. Probably I need some glucose going straight to my brain here.
I believe it's 6
there's
oxygen, 6 carbon, and 12 hydrogen.
Well, yeah, there's the 6-12-6 one, but I'm not sure if that's glucose or actually sucrose. It might be glucose.
I think it's glucose.
Okay. Today's science.
Are they actually going to show us how to make it?
Probably. Yep, here we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that stuff's like... Don't want to know the pH of that. Wow. What the heck?
Okay.
That's awesome. Wow. Wow, cool, wow. Oh.
Okay.
Chemistry, y'all.
I love his laugh.
Yeah. The wonders of science. Oh. Kiriyama's friends and stuff, and they're... Wow. He's having fun. See?
Wonder if I could do that.
You kind of have to do it in steps. See?
Right.
Because it's about the number of sides being different.
Mm-hmm. And the angles.
The angles for sure makes it look awkward. But yeah, it's the coordination, yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is what fun feels like.
Yeah. Basically. It's like we could almost be a slice of life anime.
Right? Like this moment. Oh. And it becomes a wonderful memory. Oh. Ah! Indeed, indeed. Oh, oh, let it flow. Let it flow, my sweet boy. Oh.
Awesome. But then he actually went to the Kawamotos and shared it with them.
Because that's where home is for him.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes! Yes!
All right.
Ah. God, they're just showing off. Look at how beautiful this show is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Ethan! Oh my God! Everything.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. That was sweet. Okay. Whoa.
This is different.
This is very different as far as EDs for the show goes. Just kind of floating along and letting the water take you instead of struggling. He's on the beach already. He's found his island. He's... Whoa. Oh, and we've seen that whole environment before in different contexts. Trying to remember exactly what that was.
Jupiter, okay.
Whoa. Oh.
There are no strings on me.
Huh? Oh!
Oh.
Oh my god. Ah!
Yes.
No. Okay, first episode of season 2.
We are here.
We are here, and we spent a surprising amount of time
With the
Shogi Science Club. Okay, so now that we've got them basically kind of put into the swing of things with the story, we kind of can guess a little bit more of what role they will play. I would say in the grand scheme of things, yeah,
because they're just the other people there at the school for Ray to interact with and stuff, and keep it semi-focused on the shogi aspects that that are a major part of this story.
Yeah. But the main role is giving Ray basically the opportunity to just have a fun school experience.
Yeah, have that normal life.
Have that normal life, Yep. And Noguchi is amazing as
every time
as his role.
Every time he does his little left, or they draw him way more serious and way older and stuff like that.
It's amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. They gave a surprising amount of focus on Souya this episode.
They did.
And the fact that they did that at the beginning makes me think that they're planning on having Souya have a much bigger role this season, which would be cool. I'd be interested to see how that goes,
Same.
But it's not like Ray's actually going to be playing against him for serious in this season, right? Because he's nowhere near
Fifth
that level.
and 9th Dan,
Exactly. It's kind of a big difference. And even though Shimada was able to go up against him as an 8th Dan, that's still a difference of 1 versus a difference of 4.
That's primarily, I would say, as a result of what Shimada did to get to that point, so that he got to face Souya as the challenger. Although I liked how they came up with a way to describe Shoya's current state of mind via the glucose little candies, I would say, because what they're saying is that the champion, the greatest of them, still needs every advantage he can get. But the idea that not only that, he pounds that stuff away like it's nothing, meaning that he is clutching tightly, tight as he can to his spot as the number 1.
Right, because the losses hurt that much, and he still does lose 30% of his games.
Yep. And he hasn't forgotten the sting of defeat and what it feels like. But the thing is that his defeats feel that much more impactful because they're the 30% as opposed to most people's where they're, say, the 40%.
Right.
Or the 50%.
And the fact that he is the best, although there is this other guy that he's gonna face and stuff, this old 60-year-old dude that has a lot of awards and such. Maybe like a previous champion.
Sure. It's interesting that they brought up the whole idea also of his win rate being approximately 70%, because you think about chess, and chess is nearly a perfectly balanced game, except for the fact that there's always a first turn advantage in most strategy games with an identical mirrored board state at the beginning of the game. But most people that play at a higher level invite higher levels of competition. So someone that has a 100% win rate or close to just means they're not facing actually worthwhile competition. And the fact that Souya has a 70% win rate, I would say it's absolutely feasible in real life for someone to have that win rate. But I would say it's also somewhat impressive, I would say, because I would think even at a professional level, because of the fact that they do these tournaments in a best of 7 kind of format. what that means is they know that the win rates are not that high above 50%, meaning that they have an odd number of games because it probably comes down a lot of times to a 3-4 or a 4-3 matchup at the end. And you know what that kind of feels like, right? Is kind of how Kiriyama's had this whole thing with life just going through of having tons of losses.
Oh, gotcha.
But the idea that the losses sting, yes, the pain of losing people. But the wins will feel so much greater because you can still come out on top. You can still have a net positive result despite, losing 2 or 3 times in a row.
The shadow proves the sunshine. The struggle in and of itself makes the victory that much more worth it. Yeah, which is definitely applicable in Ray's life.
And definitely Ray also could use some seasons of not having to struggle as much.
Yes, like that whole thing of like do you actually have fun playing shogi? Right. He's just like
his whole existence was like threatened to shatter for a second. Right. They're like, oh, quick, let's get him some tea. Yeah. Some diuretic tea too.
That was wonderful. Well, hey, get his mind, think off of thinking that and onto something else.
Having a really good dump can feel really good.
It can.
You know what I mean? Can. When it's just like, ooh, you're just done and you're just like,
wow. But I'm really glad that they brought the Kawamotos back in the first episode because the thing is, I would have been very disappointed if they spent all this time with all these new characters, but effectively new characters in the club, but didn't have any time with the Kawamotos. The fact that they brought the Kawamotos back at the end, that was awesome because it's like, yes, thank you, that was wonderful.
Yeah, right now the Kawamotos fulfill, I would say, primarily the role of the feel-good aspect of this show, but that was, I would say, more. I mean, they have a bigger role than that in general, but in this episode, that's where they were very much exemplified as that, as only being brought in for the last few minutes of the episode, and barely even that. But I really liked, that stuff with Souya, because if Souya is being built up more to be a more important character this season, along with a new character that they brought in with the chairman of the Shogi Association, who is he's a grandmaster. He's someone at a really high level of shogi competition, an older veteran, really, really good, solid player, someone that Souya could come in as a challenger towards.
Right.
Means that while Souya might be the reigning champion and stuff as well, there are probably people like this old guy that were reigning champions for years and years and years and years, and Souya is more the new upcoming kind of person who's been dominating the field in an ascending pattern,
right, even if he's reached the top and had to stop, but there's still
other ninth dans that are probably really good that he could
face. He can still have that 30% lose rate,
and do you get kind of a vibe that they're basically saying that because of Kiriyama's dedication to shogi being so fragile by bringing up the whole fun aspect, that Souya's connection to shogi is slightly fragile as well?
Potentially, but
the whole desperation.
Yeah, I could see that, but I could also see it being something where it might not necessarily be about it being fragile, but rather it's about that basically Ray hasn't been living recently, right? And he's started to, and that's what all this is about, and the whole thing with the Kawamotos and the fact that that's like a home, and when he makes some, that he makes stuff in clubs at school, now, and then he is able to then take that and share that with them,
right?
That's huge.
Definitely.
But then there's this idea that potentially that could be something that comes into conflict with shogi, for instance.
For sure.
Because with Souya, he's got to do everything that he can in order to stay at the top, right down to, just how many of those, not sugar cubes, because those aren't enough apparently, just straight glucose that he's putting into his tea. And that kind of single-mindedness, I would say, is something that Ray has used before as a defense mechanism to basically help bottle up what's inside.
Okay.
But there could come a point where basically, bottling that up might not be the best idea, and he's realizing that maybe there are things that he wants beyond just shogi. You know, he wants to actually live,
sure.
right? Which, if they did do that, would be an interesting twist on the whole idea that this very much has the sports show elements.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I would say that the aspect of having Rei in this position of being the teacher, the instructor in the case of the Shogi Science Club, puts him into a similar position by which Souya and him both have people looking at him and towards him for inspiration, for instruction, not really instruction, but a model of how to do specific things. Looking up to them, yes, exactly. I want to see further parallels drawn between the two of them that go beyond just the fact that they were young prodigies. Because I feel like Rei's ticket for growth, exemplified primarily through just results in Shogi, will be him realizing how similar in a lot of ways he is to Souya in the inner world struggles.
Sure, because
not in the results or in the abilities with regards to Shogi.
Because to make those results in Shogi feel worth it and stuff, since Shogi in and of itself is kind of arbitrary, it's by making it tied directly to the growth of Rei as an individual, and that is what helps him win at Shogi, win at life, all that stuff. So that if they can make Rei and Souya be more similar as far as temperament, personality, you know, all that stuff, which they've shown so far to, you know, to have there to be a pretty solid set of similarities, then that will be very helpful.
Yeah, and I think they're foreshadowing that specifically with showcasing he must be desperate.
Sure,
that Souya is, when I said fragile, that Souya is just grasping tightly, meaning that there's a lack of confidence in it. Like here would be an example. You know, when you drive a car, you ride a bike for the first time, and you hold really tight onto the steering wheel or the handlebars. When you've gotten really good at it, you just kind of rest your hand there. Your hand doesn't really feel like it needs to grip as tightly onto it.
Until you're in a situation where, you know,
fear is brought back.
Right, exactly. Where it's like, oh crap, I need to make sure, you know, to stay on top of my game. And because they're constantly putting themselves in that position, I would say it might not even necessarily be a lack of confidence so much, or from my perspective anyways, as it is they're confident in their abilities, but they also are aware of just how competent others are in their abilities, you know. And they're actively putting it to the test, so they can't afford to. Yeah,
I would still say it's a self-awareness thing primarily at its best, because you can't really affect how other people perform. So their first look is probably going to be internal, and then I think that then puts itself to be a good connection point again back to Kiriyama as it being an internally focused thing.
You do your best and hope that's enough. Yeah.
Totally. Especially since Souya seems to be that kind of kudere type that doesn't talk much, meaning
that's absolutely systematic and cold with how he does things, it seems.
Which means probably his inner world is very active.
Sure, yeah. And that's why he got to the top.
Far more than his outer, his external expression of things.
Totally.
Momo and all the Kawamotos were adorable.
They were
and wonderful. I really loved the science stuff there. It seems like this show constantly has some kind of exhibition that it gives to some kind of educational, cultural type thing.
Sure.
At least not every episode, but a good chunk of episodes. And this one being primarily through the science club and having that be at the beginning. I don't know if that necessarily means they're going to do that as a thing for the season, but I like them doing it right up front because it shows the impact that this simple club will have on Rei as a person. Right. It will be very, very valuable. Yeah. In the grand scheme of things. So, right. Yeah. Any little things that you caught that you're like, ooh, that was kind of fun?
I mean, the animation took a big step up. Like the colors were a lot more vibrant, which goes hand in hand with the budget, but then also the narrative where it's at right now, that Rei is doing a lot better. Yep. And the fact that they they had the Kawamotos be that little bit at the end.
Sure.
You know, I feel like that was also very intentional because it's showing that they are a home to him now, where he can come back to them, right?
Oh, when he said that, he's like, I'm going to go take some of these home, man. Take some of these home. And then he's like, I'm going to go visit the Kawamotos. Now,
Now he had the mental switch in his mind of, I'm going to take these home. Oh, you know, I should take some of these to the Kawamotos. But the fact of the matter is, that still is what ended up happening. He was like, I'm going to take these home. And maybe that's maybe even if it was subconscious that like when he thinks of home, he might not be thinking of the Kawamotos, but then that makes him remember the Kawamotos.
It's a good headcanon. I approve. But presentation wise, this was a fun, good, gorgeous episode with a wonderful new OP and ED.
Yes, and I was very worried, like, because I loved the previous opening so much.
Right.
But this new one, it's good.
And they all have a progression of showcasing Kiriyama coming into a much more bright and vibrant environment.
Like that whole thing of him walking on the water, that was just
yes. All right.
Thank you
so much, Sho, for giving us just this cathartic feeling of seeing him grow in something that's not directly tied to the linear story, but more symbolically tied to it.
Him as a person rather than his circumstances.
Yeah. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. It's a little bit shorter this time, but I'm looking forward to this upcoming season. If you want to see that next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. Any level of support gets you access to our Discord where you can chat with us about stories or just hang out and chat about whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.